Welcome back, RP family. You are now tuned in to Recession-Proof Mentality.
Think I had it all figured out. Doing what I want, a slave to myself. Now I'm broken, I can't do it on my own. I know God wants my good, and that's enough. Why I'm yelling, working on some changes. Tired of these
What's up? Joshua, back again. Know it's been a minute. I was supposed to post a video last week. Look at my speech. But got a little busy, but I'm back now. Been doing some thinking, okay? A lot of things have changed. I wanted to kind of revamp a little bit of what I was doing just because of my personal experience. So I want to pour a lot of my personal experience into what it is that I'm doing for you. I want to give back to you what was given to me. So a couple of things are going to change. One, the name of the brand is changing. I know it's at the very beginning, but what better time to change than now? If you're going to make the adjustments, if you find something that needs to be adjusted, go ahead and do it. Why wait? Why procrastinate? Why waste time? It's a lot of what we're going to get into today. The reason for the change is during that whole pandemic, when it first burst out, I had a choice, right? I could have allowed fear to control me. I could have been so caught up in what was going on that I didn't perform at the things that I needed to perform at to be able to better take care of my family. So I had a choice to make in that moment that I could either allow the circumstances outside of me to control my behavior, or that I could allow the atmosphere that I live in within me to be what I project outside of me. The only way that you're able to do that is you have to clean this out. Right? You have to clean that heart out. You have to clean that mind out. And that's a lot of what I felt like I needed to give back to my supporters, those who are watching me, those who are following me, because that is going to enable you to do great things, right? That's going to enable you to create habits. That's going to enable you to be successful, to have plenty, to have more, to be more, to do more, whatever the case may be. If you can fight that fight and win, there's nothing outside of you that's going to be able to stand in your way, okay? So I just want to make sure I give you that little tidbit of wisdom. So in the process of me thinking the past couple of days, one of the things that I noticed was that during that whole economic downturn, I chose to trust what was inside of me. I chose to project that professionalism, that hunger, that go-getter mentality, that person that likes completion. I chose to give it my all, 110%, not to chase after the money, but to chase after the dream. Because see, everything that I was doing to fuel my dream. Everything that I've been doing to start my business. I've been doing to create a platform. I've been doing so that I can one day say I've poured myself out completely, right? That's my legacy. My legacy is to be empty when I'm done. That means I've filled up my kids. I've filled up those who are connected to me in my life. I've given them my all. I left it all on the court, right? That's what I want to be said about me when I'm done. Well done. You know, yeah, somebody follow me right here. Well done, my good and faithful servant. That's what I want to have said to me when I'm done, when I'm finished, okay? So I wanted to make sure that I express this to you in a way that you could understand why I'm changing, and you know, you can kind of see my mentality behind the whole thing. But during that whole economic downturn, I chose to go 110 when it came to every guest, every customer, every experience, every situation. And because of that, I reap benefits that other people weren't reaping at the time. This is not to discredit those who went through some type of economic hardship or lost their job or to do whatever. But if you pay close attention, a lot of those who were losing those things began to apply effort in places that they hadn't in years. Right? They started to use that wit. They started to use that wisdom, that know-how, that understanding. They started to pour out themselves into their passion, into their dreams. And a lot of them are reaping the benefits from it today. I bet if we ran the statistics on what happened during that whole pandemic, when it first hit, I bet that we see that more entrepreneurs were birthed during that time than in any other time in the last 10 years. Let's just say that, okay? So I'm thinking the same thing needs to be applied to all of you now. You know that something bad can happen, right? You know that something could come and destroy everything that you know. The way you know it can be destroyed in an instant, right? So now it's time to start to shift gears. Now it's time to start implementing the mindset of someone who's insane, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, what if that definition or that word could be used to your advantage? What if I simply started to create new habits, a new mindset, right? I gave myself a new start. I started to head in a new direction, and I consistently walked in that direction until that started to become my everyday. the outcome of that started to become my everyday life. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to revamp this thing, right? Where I was being blessed during the time where everyone else seemed like they weren't. I want to make sure that you put yourself in a position where you're able to be blessed in a time where it seems like nobody else is. At least not the way that you are, right? They're not being blessed the way that you are. What's for you is for you. I'm not saying that what's for you is for everybody else, but I want you to put your mind in the right place. So we're going to rename the brand today, okay? We're leaving Recessionproof Millionaire. We're not chasing the dollar, right? We're not going to chase the dollar no more. What we're going to do is put ourselves in a position where the dollar has to come to us. It makes sense? So what we're going to do is we're going to call this recession-proof mentality, because we're going to start dealing with who we are as a person, as people, as a unit, right? We're going to start dealing with us, start digging deep within ourselves, finishing those unaccomplished missions within us, right? We're going to start finding out why we feel the way we feel, think the way we think, do the things that we do, so that we can understand how it is that we should operate. When you go to the doctor and you get that blood test, that thorough blood test, you know, where they try to see everything that's going on with you, what do they tell you? They tell you about the things that you're missing in your body. And they base that on your genetic makeup. They base that on your DNA structure. They base it on your ethnic background. You know, you should apply more of these vitamins to your diet, or whatever the case may be. The same goes for when you're researching yourself, when you're digging deep, right? You're getting in all those nooks and crannies and you're finding out things about yourself. Some things you may need to add to yourself, right? Some things you may need to remove, right? We're gonna get insane about fixing our brain, right? We're gonna get insane about it. We're gonna go crazy about it, so that we can be better people and more productive in what it is that we want to do. You got to dream big here, though, right? What's the end game? That's what we're shooting at, is the end game. And you can't make money at the end game, because money's always changing, right? The value of a dollar is going up, it's going down, it's going left, it's going right. You know, those who trade understand that, right? But some of us who work every day for a living, we're looking for a certain dollar amount for our time. We're trading time for money, right? Knowledge has value when it's coupled with a few things, wisdom and understanding, okay? So you gotta start digging and applying those things to yourself and figuring things out so that we can get better, right? I think you're following me now. I hope you're following me now. It would only make sense that you're here right now at this time. The thing that would make sense is the fact that you are somewhere where you need what it is that I'm saying to you in this moment. Right? I've been there. I've been in some hard places, right? And I had to learn to deal with me. I wanted to place the blame on everyone and everything else. But what I quickly found out was that there was something I could have done better. Maybe I didn't finish. Maybe I didn't give 110% effort, right? When I started to fix those things inside of me, things started to change outside of me. If you win the battle within, then nothing outside of you is going to be able to take you over or knock you down or knock you out or take your joy or steal your glory. Right? Everything outside of you is going to have to propel and project you. It's going to have to lift you up. You can use it as a stepping stool, as many may understand what I'm saying right now. I know y'all understand what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you, right? So let's think a minute. Recession-proof mentality, right? Where am I going with this? What I'm saying is, now is as good a time as any for you to start dealing with it. I don't care if you're 20, 18, 30, 40, 60, 70, 90 years old. There's never a wrong time to start dealing with yourself, right? My mom told me one time that I had to forgive me. I can forgive everybody else in the world, but when I really see who was the culprit behind a lot of my dismay, I was the main person, right? I had to learn to tell me, you know what? It's okay. I forgive you. Let's finish. Let's patch up. Let's take those broken pieces and mend them back together, right? I thank God for everything that He took me through. Right? But I also had to learn as I was going through it. So the thing that I want to give back to you today is we're going to start a path here. All right? We're going to start a journey, me and you. I'm on the same journey you're on. Although I've done some of these things before, I'm going to do them again, because I'm sure that there's areas in my life that need improvement. Right? There's areas in my life that I've procrastinated, I've waited, I've, given up on, I've let go because I was seeking after things for other people. I wanted everyone around me to be a success and then hopefully gain the clout from having done that for somebody. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build myself too. At the same time that I'm giving this information to you, I'm going to be applying it to my own life, right? So we're going to start to deal with the inner workings of ourselves. All right? We're going to change our mentality. We're going to tighten up some bolts, right? Remove some things that don't need to be there, so that when we set out on our journey, we understand how it is that we need to navigate. Make sense? Good. Okay, so all of you can look forward to a few homework projects, right? I'm going to post a few PDFs, a couple of things that we need to start implementing soon. We want to get into the business of creating new habits, right? We're changing our mindset, right? We're getting insane about our passions. We're getting insane about our dreams, our goals, our aspirations. But in order for us to do that, we have to get insane about making sure we're whole. That's important, right? So the first thing we're going to deal with is we're going to create a millionaire mindset. We're going to create a millionaire mindset so that we can have gravitate to us the things that we actually want in life. And I'm sure that in us doing these things, we're going to get a lot of things that we weren't waiting on to, right? Now, I can't wait to get into all of this wisdom and goodness, right? But I know that this is going to take time. So I need you to commit now. Now is the time to, hey, all those excuses, let them check them at the door. When you cut on these videos, check those excuses at the door. Pray if you got to, meditate, check them at the door. Because now is the time for you to commit. Now is the time for you to stand up and say, I'm done. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get there. I'm ready to make myself what it is that I knew I was supposed to be from day one. You feel it. You've been feeling it. Every situation you've landed in, every job that you've had, everything that you've done, you've been there and you've always wanted more. Why? Because you deserve better. You're supposed to have better. You're supposed to have more. But you've been waiting, hoping that the boss gives you a promotion, right? Hoping that you get that next job that has the pay increase. You're dependent on everyone else except for you. You're dependent on everyone else except for your own ability. See, there's been something special planted inside of you. And it's our jobs to dig that out. It's our jobs to let go of everything, to lose the world, right? So that we can gain our own soul. What profited a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Well, let's say that in reverse. What if we lose the world and we gain our soul? Then the world is ours. Think about that. So, all that being said, are you ready? Because if you can't answer that question right now, I can tell you a couple of things that are holding you back. One, you think I'm about to charge you for something. You think this is a money situation. No, 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 no. Everything that I'm giving you in the next, I don't know how many videos, is free. I don't want your money. I need your success. I'm going to get into some things here later. I'm trying to build a network, people. Listen, I am trying to build a network, right? I want my own society. I set my mind on wanting to meet those that are already great, but I'm sure I've run into quite a few of those people who may not be living according to that status right now. But guess what? You're great already. We're connected right now, and you're great already. Because my gift is supposed to make room for me and bring me before great men, and I'm standing in front of you right now. You're great already, right? So I want to build my own society. I want to build my own network. I want to be able to pull from the resources that we're gaining right here today, right? I want you to be able to use me and for me to be able to use you. But in order for us to do that, we got to work to get to where it is that we're trying to go. Now, if you with me, I need you to type "let's go" in that comment box. DM it, whatever you need to do, but let's go. It's time. The time is now. You are watching Recessionproof Mentality. The next video, we're going to jump off the chain. We're going to do a little homework. We're going to dig straight in. We ain't going to waste no time, right? And then we're going to come back on the next one. We're going to share everything that we've accumulated. More than just me is working on this right now. Don't wait to see my success. Let's succeed together. Like, comment, share. You know the drill. Recession-proof mentality. I'll see you next time.
Woo! Boy, you did that shit. Boy, you did that shit. You sounded so good. You did so good. Like, I was like, you speaking to me. You talking to me. You did good, man. That was so good. That was so good. Woo, you're good. You are good at talking. You know that? Sorry, let me put